Thank you, Stacy. We are looking ahead to the Washington state legislative session, and one of the proposals that lawmakers will be discussing would make it illegal to smoke fentanyl or meth in public. Now, Alyssa, you talked to one of the bill's sponsors. What prompted this proposal?
So it seems like overkill, right? These drugs are already illegal to have in Washington, so now we're also going to make it illegal to smoke them in public. But this has actually become an issue, particularly on the west side. People in the Seattle area were raising concerns about the potential for secondhand drug smoke on board public transit. We told you about this last summer. The University of Washington did some very preliminary research last year. They did find that there was some fentanyl and methamphetamine contamination on board transit vehicles. Now, they said at the time it wasn't likely enough to cause a problem for passengers, but it's not clear if operators who spend their entire day on the bus or train would be impacted by this secondhand smoke. Now, Representative Sam Lowe, who represents the 39th District over in northwestern Washington, is proposing new punishments for anybody who smokes fentanyl around other people. If his bill becomes law, it could become a felony even to smoke fentanyl around anyone younger than 13.
When you go to a Seattle Kraken game or you go to a UW football game, the best way to do it is to do a park and ride and get on the light rail or to get on a bus. And I've done that many times, but I refuse to do it now after that study came out. I don't want to be exposed to that. I don't think our vulnerable seniors want to be exposed to that. And I don't think our kids should be exposed to that. I'm hoping that the compassion that is in my seatmates across the aisle will see what this is doing to kids. We've seen so many kids exposed to this, kids who can't even fend off for themselves, 1, 2, 3-year-olds. And so it's important that we address this.
So House Bill 2002 has been pre-filed. That means it is ready to go when the state legislature convenes next week. But as we saw last year, even keeping drugs illegal in the state of Washington was a very controversial process. It barely made it to the governor's desk. So coming up, we're going to talk more about what could be ahead for this proposal. We'll hear Representative Lowe's message to his fellow lawmakers coming up.